Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, everyone? Welcome back, grade 4. Okay, today's lesson is about lines, rays, and angles, and that's our first lesson in chapter 10. We're gonna start a new chapter today, so let's open your book, page 549. Okay, in this class, you will need your geometric tools, pencil, ruler, and eraser. So get your tools ready and get yourself ready, and we're gonna start this lesson in 2 minutes. So you have to get your geometric tools, pencil, ruler, and eraser, because we're gonna draw some geometric figures today. Yes, Ahmed El Yassin?
Mister, can you open your camera?
I can't, my dear, because on my desktop there is no camera here there. Okay,
Okay, Mister.
thank you.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay, guys, let's start. As I said before, today's lesson is about lines, rays, and angles. So I will show you how can we deal with this lines, rays, and angles. So let's start from the beginning, from a point. What does it mean? What the meaning of point? A point is an exact location in space. So how can we draw it? We can draw it like that, point A, and you can rename it by A. You can name it with A, okay? Muhammad Al-Amir, stay focused. Guys, this lesson is so important. So it rename with you to the college and after that. So you have to pay attention very well to this lesson. Okay? Okay, so we can draw a point like that and you should name it with a letter. Okay? So like A and B and C and so on. Okay? And we can read it as point A and we can write it as point A and we can use your pencil to do it on your paper like that. So that's the meaning of a point. And how can we write it and how can we read it? Okay, so the next figure here is a line. And a line is a straight path of points that continues without end in both directions. So in both directions, we have two ways, opposite directions without end, okay? So it continues without end in both directions. As you see here, we can draw it like that. And each figure has a name. And we can name it like BC, as you see here, like any two letters, B, C, X, Y, A, B, and so on, okay? Okay, so that's how it looks like. Okay, and the next one, how can we read it? We can read it like line BC or line CB. We can read it in two ways, BC or CB. And we can write it like that, BC, and we have a small figure above it. It denotes to the shape of the figure that we're gonna draw. And the name here is a line. So the shape above, the small shape above, or the small figure above the letters is a line. So it will be BC, a line BC and line CB. Okay, so that's it about line. How can we draw it, read it, write it? Okay, so the next one is a line segment. What the meaning of a line segment? Is a part of a line between two endpoints. So we have two endpoints here, and the distance between them is called a line segment. Okay, and by the way, a line segment we can use a ruler to measure it. So we can measure it by using your ruler. Okay, so we have a line segment. It has a specific length, and we can read it like line segment DE or line segment ED. Okay, and as we learned before, we can write it DE or ED, and the small figure above it, it denotes to a line segment. Okay, let's move to the next figure, and which is ray. A ray is a part of a line that has one endpoint and continues without end in one direction. So it will be continuous in one direction, only one direction. And from the other direction, we have a starting point or an end point, which is F here, as you see here. So it has a starting point, but it has no end point. Okay? So you have to start from the F point and move to G, but there is no end after that. Okay? And we can write it like that. Ali Al-Kabi, pay attention to me. Okay, so we have ray FG, ray FG, and we can write it as FG. As you notice here, we have FG, right? So you have to start with the starting point, which is F. So you have to start with F and G, and that's the only way to write the ray. Okay, so you can't write it GF. You can't write it. You can't write it like that. You should start from the starting point, which is F. So you should start with the starting point F and G. Okay? So as you see here, we have two ways to write a line. We have two ways to write a line segment, but we have only one way to write array. Okay? Okay, let's move to the next activity here. Activity 1. Let's draw and label DK line segment. Why line segment? Because I saw this figure, this small figure above the letters. So we have a line segment here. So how can we draw it? So it's so simple. Firstly, locate the 2 points that we have here. We have J and we have K, right? And then let's use the ruler here. Okay, let's adjust your ruler to match between them, to join them together. So let's join them. Okay, and then we have JK line segment. Okay, by the way, you can do it with different directions like that. Just locate the 2 points JK, and then adjust your ruler like that and match them together. Join them together like that, so it will be JK. Okay, so you can use it with different directions. Okay, but can we name it with other name? As we learned before, we can name it with two different ways. So let's name another way with another way here. So we can name it JK, we can name it JK, or we can name it KJ, right? But you should draw a small line segment above here. So we have two ways to name it. The first way, JK, and the other way, KJ, as you see here. Okay, that's how to draw a line segment. Okay, guys, let's move to the next page. Okay, in this page, I will show you the meaning of angle. Okay, so let's see. An angle is formed by two rays or line segments that have the same endpoint. The shared endpoint is called the vertex. So as you see here, we have two rays and we have a shared endpoint. Okay, so as you see here, we have two rays and we have another ray here. The two rays had the same endpoint, which is Q. So this endpoint is called vertex. Okay, it's so important to know that, guys, so pay attention to it. So this called the vertex, and then if you want to read it, you can read it as angle BQR or angle RQP, or we can read it as angle Q. Okay, after that, if you want to write it, we can use the angle sample. The angle sample here is this sample. This sample denotes to angle. So if you see it, so it means angle. Okay, so angle BQR and angle BRQP and angle Q. Okay, as you notice here in reading angles, we have some in common here. So we have here, each one has the vertex in between. So the vertex must be in between. We have Q in between here. So each time, Muhammad Bureira, are you still with me? Okay, so the Q the vertex must be in between. The vertex must be in between. Okay? So that the vertex, which is Q. Okay. Now, let me show you how can we classify between angles. Let's see. We have 4 kinds of angle. The first kind of angles is right angle. Right angles mean like letter L. So all we have to do is make letter L. Okay, using ruler, by the way. Okay, so we have a right angle forms a square corner. As you see here, we have a square corner here, and this is called right angle. Okay, the next kind of angles, a straight angle. And a straight angle, from its name, it will be like a straight line, as you see here. Okay, it forms a straight line. And the next one is acute angle. Acute angle, as you see here, we have a small space between the 2 rays. So this small space denotes to acute angle. And we have here a big space. In this case, this is called obtuse. So we have obtuse angle here, and we have a big space between the 2 rays. Okay, that's the 4 types of angles. Okay, let's see this activity here. Now, if you want to see which one, acute or obtuse or right or whatever, so let's classify between these angles. So letter A, we have a big space between the 2 rays here, so it will be obtuse. And letter B, we have a small space here between the 2 rays, so it will be acute, and we have a small space here also, it will be acute, and we have L shape, L shape, L shape, and we have square corner here, so it will be right angle. Okay, write this, guys, and then we're gonna move to the next page. Yes, Hassan Dar?
Can you go to the bathroom?
Yes, hurry up,
Can you
please.
go to the bathroom?
Ibrahim Muhammad?
Yes,
Why you're raising your hand?
Mr. I forgot what I will say.
Okay, thank you. Ibrahim Yusuf.
Hi, Mister.
Yes, Ibrahim, why you're raising your hand?
I want to answer.
Okay, wait for your turn, my dear. Badr.
Me too, Master. I want to answer.
Okay, wait. Okay, what about Jawad?
Mister, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Can you go to the next page, page 549?
No, I can't.
Okay, Mister.
By the way, this lesson will be recorded. This class will be recording on Classera, so you can watch it later on Classera, man. If you missed something,
Okay,
you
Mister.
can watch it and complete it. Okay.
Mister, no, I didn't miss something, but I want to say something about the page. Like, can you,
Okay.
Mister,
Yeah.
draw
Okay.
the
Okay. Wait. Okay, that's the page. Yes.
Mister? If you forget to write like JK and up a line, it's be wrong.
Yeah. Because the line up here is determined the type of the line. So the type of the line according to the small figure above it. So as you see here, we have JK. This It's called the line segment JK, right?
Yes.
But if I write this, what it's called? It's different, right? So it will
Yeah.
be a line JK. But the first one is a line segment, right? But here
Yes.
is a line JK, right?
So, Mister, the right one is the left one is the right.
Yeah, you have to write this. This wrong. Okay?
Thank you, Mister. Okay, Mister.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Okay, what about Walid? Walid Tamimi. Yes.
Mister, can you go on page 550 and give me a time to write because I don't have, I didn't
Hurry up, please.
see
Hurry
the
up.
screen.
Hurry up.
Okay.
Okay, the next one. Yes, Fahd Al Ghamdi.
Mister, can I answer?
Okay, wait for your turn, my dear. Yes, Muhammad Burir.
Mister,
Mister,
Mute yourself, please. Mute yourself. Yes.
Mister, you forget the attendance.
Yeah, I know because we don't have enough time for this, and I
And
will get it by myself. Okay, man?
okay, but I want to answer. I will wait
Okay, thank
to
you.
my
Thank you
turn.
so much. I will give you the chance. Wait for it. Okay, what about Ibrahim Muhammad? Yes, Ibrahim. What's wrong?
Mister,
Yes.
at the end of the session or no? You will participate because I have the helper for today.
Yeah. I know. I will ask you if we have time. I will ask you for the name of the helper. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mister, I finished.
Okay, thank you. Let's move to the next page. Okay, now in this page, you are gonna draw the figure itself. Okay, let's see. Let's see how can we draw it. You should have a ruler and pencil and eraser, guys. Okay, so draw and label AB line segment in the space at the right. Okay, so let's draw it with me. Okay. So first of all, let's label the 2 points. So let's put the 2 points and name it because it's A and B. Okay, you can draw it with any direction. Okay, and after that, let's use your ruler. Okay, take your ruler and adjust it to join them together, as you see here, and join them. So that's it. So we have AB line segment. And of course, we know that it will be line segment because it will be AB and above it, line segment. So it's so important to look above the letters. Okay, by the way, you can do it with the different directions. Okay, guys? It's correct. Okay, now let's do the next one. Let's draw and label an example of the figure. Okay, we have here, as you see, X, Y, and we have a small line above it. So we're gonna draw a line. Okay, and as we all know, the line, it has no starting point or end point. So we're gonna, firstly, we're gonna put the 2 letters or the 2 points. So label the point first and then draw our line. Okay, so let's adjust our ruler as you see here. And then we're gonna draw a line, but in this case we're gonna draw a line, a big line. So let's draw a long line like that. So don't just join the 2 points. No, you have to draw a line passing through the 2 points like that. So that's a line XY, as you see here. Okay. Okay, the next one. Let's draw obtuse angle K. So obtuse angle K, how can we draw it? Okay, first of all, K here is the vertex. So our vertex here is K. So what we're gonna do here, just label the K here and then use your ruler to draw the 2 rays of the angle. So the first ray, as you see here, like that, and the other ray, and you should have a big space between these 2 rays because it's obtuse. Okay, so you should get a big space between them, as you see here. So we have a big space between the 2 rays. Okay, so it will be obtuse. Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay, right angle CDE. So first of all, let's figure out where is the vertex. You can't draw an angle without knowing then the vertex. Where is the vertex? The vertex must be in between. So we have the vertex here will be D. Letter D is the vertex. So first of all, you have to start with the vertex, okay? So let's label D here, and then we're gonna write, or we're gonna draw a right angle. So first of all, the right angle like L letter. So we're gonna draw our first line or our first ray here. And the other ray, you have to adjust your ruler like that and draw the next ray or the other ray. So as you see, we have L-shape angle. We have corner like a square corner, as you see. Okay, and don't forget to label the 2 other points. We have C and we have E. So that's our angle EDC. Okay, that's how can we draw an angle. Okay, so that's the first part of our lesson, and we're gonna continue on Wednesday, inshallah. So don't forget to prepare your geometric tools next session, inshallah. And don't forget, tomorrow we have a quiz on chapter 9. And after the quiz, we have Kahoot. So don't forget, and thank you for watching. See you tomorrow, inshallah. Stay safe. Bye, everyone.